Hello. Hello, everyone.
Oh,
Are we audible? Are we live? Nilesh, you can mute the stream.
okay.
Yeah. Wait, are we audible, guys? Let me just check. Are we audible? Yes? One second. Let me just check. Yeah. We are audible. Hello, Nilesh. How are you?
Great, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me here.
Amazing. So let's just wait for quickly 2 minutes until then we can start with your introduction. So, Nilesh, the stage is all yours.
Yeah. So I'll give you a quick brief of me. So I'm working as a product designer in D Solutions currently.
Mm-hmm.
And rest, uh, I did my graduation from NIFT in accessory design, and I switched my field to UI UX later at the end of my college time.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's all.
Amazing.
And yeah,
So I think we have people now in the chat. So guys, today you guys must be wondering, out of nowhere, designer is going live. Is planning this event called Portfolio Palooza. We have live event. What is going on? So in the past 4 5 days, we have been cooking with designer, obviously. So we want to deliver good, impactful events and bring in people like Nilesh to teach awesome stuff. So, Nilesh, let's start. Obviously, have a Portfolio Palooza, as the name says, portfolio. It's a portfolio based event. So, as everyone is over here for this, so let's start. Why not? Let's start with the showcase of Nilesh's portfolio.
okay.
1 second,
Yeah,
Nilesh. I'll showcase it myself.
sure.
I wanna watch. I wanna make them watch how it's done. So I think everyone can see the screen. Yep. So I'll just make it full screen for you. I'll just reload it again. So as you can see, guys, over here, we have the portfolio of Nilesh. So it says it's a small splash screen for you. And as you can see down the line, a solid, simple hero with a good navbar over here. And you can also go and like on the first slide itself, not slide, the hero, obviously. And then you can see all the good scrolling animations coming in, and smooth transitions, landing of the text and everything. Everyone can see the screen. Yep. Perfect. So he has made a lot of case studies which will be coming soon on the portfolio. And then we have amazing interactions that he has implemented. And as you can see, a very simple, sweet looking portfolio. Nothing too special, nothing too simple. Perfect. This is the sweet spot that I call it. So I think we are done. Nilesh, yes,
Yeah.
tell me, what was your story like for creating this
Hmm.
lovely portfolio, first of all?
Yeah. So you're seeing something that is like delivered to the market, but the backstory is it's been an year now. So
Mm-hmm.
I was
Yeah, yeah,
struggling through the procrastination of I really want to have a portfolio of myself, but the thing was like every time I used to design it, and the next day I used to feel like there's something missing in this. I should change it. I should change it. And I
yeah.
changed my portfolio multiple times in a year. And finally, the day came that I was able to like make me understand like there is something called perfection. There is something called a perfect website. And I did this design and made all the things. Even while I was designing things, I was having back in my mind like I think I can do better, and I was about to change this website, but then I stopped myself. But the thing that I have kept in my mind before designing this website is some people have very less time to actually view your portfolio, and these kind of animation and this about of length can take their a lot of time. So I've also attached one minimal view of the website.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go to my website, you'll see a button down. So you can actually click that button and see the minimal view of this website. So I have kept it in my mind. So for designers, it is very fancy to see animation and things like that. But for someone, you can say product manager or something, they do not much connect with that thing. So I kept that in mind. So this is how it went.
Amazing. So मैं जानना चाहता हूँ. I think a lot of people has questions. So guys, कोई भी doubt हो, feel free to ask in the chat section. I'll read it out for you guys. Secondly, I want to ask Neelesh, how was your journey? How did you get into Framer? How did you start mastering the tool? How did you learn about animations? Throw it all up.
Okay. So the first thing is Framer can be a nightmare for someone who is starting out new. So it's like you can design on Figma and everything, but once it comes to Framers, the designs you copy and paste to Framers, they burst out. They burst out like you need to again somehow it means like you have to redesign it on Framers, but you can just copy paste from there. So it's a nightmare for someone who's new. But as if you want to really learn framers, it's like you take a website that already exists in the framework and decode it, actually redesign it, or you can say re-engineer that website. So break it down, see how the things are being done, how they have actually put the stack and everything. Get to the basics of the framers. Then after you have completed the basic rearranging of knowledge, you get to designing small chunks. So like start with designing a button, interactive button. Just the button, not the website, just the button. Start with designing, you can say, a frame with text, button, and a picture. So, like, it's a bit complicated in the button, but yeah, you get the gist of it. Like, you'll get to know about the stack, how to do a stack, how to animate a frame or something. Then after you have done a button on a frame, go to one section, designing a section. So take it step by step. If you will go there to design a website, you'll be like bombarded with a lot of stuff, and at that time the procrastination will hit you hard, and you'll get back to your bed. So don't do a big task at once. Divide it into smaller chunks and then do it. That's how you learn of it.
So as you said, it took As you said, it took you one full year to make this portfolio. I want to understand how was it like, to navigate through. हाँ भाई ये डालना चाहिए, हाँ भाई ये नहीं डालना चाहिए. There's a lot of confusion when you're creating portfolio, and I think a lot of people struggle with that. That's the main problem. That with portfolio creation and everything. Guys, one thing I want to tell you all with Portfolio Palooza, designer is all in for you. First of all, and I want you all to for some time, I think Neelesh will also agree with me, that just remove that mindset from your mind. For example, कि भाई अगर मैं ये डालूंगा तो लोग क्या सोचेंगे, मैं ये करूंगा तो लोग ये क्या करेंगे, क्या रिएक्ट करेंगे, क्या पसंद आएगा. All of that noise in your head, just remove all of that. I think I just had a podcast shoot with Niklank, and he said this straight. Like, I had asked this question ki, like, what to do when people are judging you. So just when you're creating a portfolio, forget about everything and just start making. It's as Neelesh himself says, that a portfolio is not your showcase only. It's something that you should use as an extension of yours to completely personalize it according to you and showcase yourself. So Neelesh, let's dive deep into your creation in Figma tool. Let's go.
Okay, sure. Okay, so before I present my work and how did I go about it, I'll just take you through all the concern and things that someone who is building a portfolio will face. Okay, so I have prepared a small PPT that we can actually share after the live, and I think we can say it has all the answers to your question. It will have all the answers from resources to assets to what kind of problems you will face, to how to overcome those problems, what kind of problems does a reviewer face when reviewing your portfolio, what kind of things you should keep in concern while developing a portfolio. So I'll just take you through that reading first, then we can go to actually see how I have built that on my PPT. I'll just present you this cover. It's visible. Yeah. So let me know if it's visible. My screen is visible. Okay.
It is visible. It is visible.
Okay, sure. So this is like a roadmap to your portfolio. Not a perfect portfolio, but your portfolio. So keep this mindset aside, like you are going to develop a perfect portfolio. So that is never going to happen. Okay. So the basic content that we are going to take care in this PPT is like why a personal website over Behance or Medium? Why do you have to develop a site over Behance or Medium when you have Behance and Medium? Then we're going to discuss about common portfolio development hurdles that people face. Third is what pain points does a reviewer face actually when they see your portfolio. Fourth would be the procrastination phase when you do not know how to begin, what to do, how to plan, how to beat that procrastination and go ahead of it. The fifth one would be finding inspiration. So once you have decided everything, now you need to find inspirations. Once you have inspiration, you need to get some assets to build that thing up. After you have assets and everything you have designed, now you need notebooks tools. After notebook tools, you need exposure to actually market that portfolio into the market. So we're going to take care of all of these things. Okay. So first, why do you need a portfolio? Okay. So let's say here's an example. As a UI UX designer, let's consider these two people have same skill sets. Now think of it as you are a design lead. Whom will you choose? The one is you can know about that person, like he's saying he loves the 3D, he's something, something. The next guy just has his portfolio and you know nothing about that person. So it's a simple choice. Like if you know a person, because a design lead would also think of that he has to build or she has to build a good team. So a person with the same skill set, they would choose to go for a person who like they know better. So that's why you need an extension of yourself as a portfolio website so that they can understand you more rather than just code. Okay. And there is a one famous line that Visto had said like corporates are trying to be humans when where humans are trying to do corporates. So it's like now corporates are trying to be more humans because humans can connect with humans. But whereas humans are trying to be like corporates, they are telling their story as if like a very structured manner. But people wants to know your genuine, you can say, genuine life, genuine design thinking, something like that. But this is something a famous quote from Practice. So your portfolio is the first project that the reviewer will see and make it worthwhile. So this that is your first project. So your website is your first project that they will see. Okay. Let them know your strengths. What do you like what do you do after design? Let them know like what things you're learning to grow. Let them know your design thinking process. Let them know what how do you contribute to a team. Brand yourself. What do you love the most in design? So these are some of the concerns that you should keep in your portfolio when you're developing it. Okay. Okay. So moving before moving next, if you can just let me know like if you have any confusion or any of the person have any confusion, tell me.
Yeah, no, I think they are enjoying.
Oh, great. So coming to the hurdles that we all face. Okay. So common portfolio development hurdles that we face. Okay. There's a famous line. If you have seen this movie, like there's a famous line of Sylvester Stallone that he said, "It's not about how hard you can actually hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward." So it's same with the portfolio. It's not about how good you can design. It's about how good you can design and still be in a situation where you cannot think of anything and still keep designing it. So this is something very important when you're developing your portfolio. Okay. I have given all the links to the videos and things like that. So once we share, they can actually watch it out. So let's overcome those hurdles. So the first hurdle is not able to think what to show. So there are a lot of things that has happened in my life. There are achievements, there are accomplishments, there are a lot of things. And sometimes there are like times when I think that I have done nothing in my life. What to show? How to show my genuine side? So there's a basic step to it. So start with making a list of your accomplishments. It can be anything like sports, art, public speaking, anything you can think of. List it down. Write a short story about your childhood experience, like which influenced you to take the decision like you want to be a designer. What influenced you to be a designer? Write that short story. Then there is like make a list of things, skills, tools that you want to learn. This is not like you know, you want to learn. Can be anything, not just design related. It can be anything. You want to learn guitar, you want to learn, you want to go for a mountain hiking skill, something like that. It can be anything. Just list it down. List of all your interests and strengths. Like for example, you could be a great singer, great teacher, great dream mind reader. You could be an astrologer, something. Just list down all of your strengths. A tagline that describes how you design actually. Write those taglines. Like what is your key style of designing? List down all of your projects and list down all of your social media things that you are active on. So in this exercise, you do not think of anything like uh, you do not filter out things. It's like you're just jotting down everything that you have on a piece of paper. Nothing else. Then having limited projects. Many people face this issue. They have very limited projects. So first strategy for someone who is just starting out and he's a beginner or she's a beginner. So you only need four projects in your portfolio that can make you crack most of the, like you can say, the job interviews. Like four projects and you'll be done. So the first project is the design, like redesign challenge. Redesign any website. Take the famous website that we know, this IRC3TCS website. Everyone is redesigning it. So take any platform and show your skills of analyzing and improving the existing product. Show that skill. The second would be mobile app design. So when we come to mobile screens are a little complicated than the web screens because of the space you have. So show them that you're capable of designing on mobile. Third is solve any local problem. Show them like you are very observant of your space, you are very observant of your society and things like that. And what problem do you see there and how can you solve it? Show them the research, full case study of it. Then the fourth would be fix a product flow. So let's take an example. You improve Amazon checkout flow, something like that. So these four projects are enough to like crack you any job interview or job portal because these are the four concerns or four things that you will be hired for. And fifth one, if I have to still have to give the fifth one, it would be the dashboard. Let them know how can you create a dashboard, complicated dashboard, so that they can think of a project that like you can do the dashboard. Then some for someone who has experience in product design. So a plan for them would be, uh, I am assuming like they have this the like product projects to show. But in those projects, what recruiters actually want to see is teamwork. First is teamwork. Briefly mention team size and show your ability to work with them. So for a UI UX designer, if you're an introvert and you cannot communicate, get this habit. Meet people, talk to a lot of people, get out along with these developers and product managers because your sole journey as a UI UX designer would be interacting with a lot of people. Okay. So then after teamwork, so then what kind of challenges have you faced? Okay. After challenges, show them the impact that has been created because of your designs, your decisions. Then show them innovation. So we briefly show them like what was the requirement and things like that, and what kind of innovation you brought to the product. Then the storytelling is a must thing. Do not just document your case studies, but tell them as if like it's a story. So it keeps them interested in the
Yeah,
project.
I agree.
Yeah. The third problem is the self-doubt and comparison. So this one hurdle is like continuous hurdle for designers. It's a life like you are always in self-doubt and comparison. So the first thing is ditch the thought of being a perfect person or a perfect design, something like that. People love authenticity. Okay. So to overcome this thing, two small wins thing. So let's just take an example. You have animated a button, share it on the social media, and take the pride of it. Take a dopamine of sharing it to the community and people appraising it. Do small things to feel confident and get and you can overcome from this problem. Fourth problem is how do you build a story actually? So it's like everyone knows you build a story, but how can you build a story actually? So as I have already told you, like write down all the things that you have accomplished, things like that. After you have like written down all the things that you have done, just put it on a AI model or something like that. You can go to Bard, you can go to ChatGPT, just put all of your content there and give them a prompt like give a sci-fi designer story for this content. and it will generate like amazing things for you. Take those stories, edit it for you, and you have a story for yourself. Then take it to your client. So fifth problem is perfectionism. So as I have written on the LinkedIn also, like take a deep breath, accept the truth that there is no such thing as a perfect website.
Yeah.
Yeah. So ask someone who has a great website. So let's say even if we ask Atul Kola or someone like, you have a great website, do you think it's perfect? And they'll say no, because there is always an update or there is always a space to improve that thing. So start believing in process rather than ending. Enjoy the process. Okay. And sixth thing that all of designers face is imposter syndrome. We feel like we are not worthy enough. We feel like something is missing in our design and we do not feel confident about it. People will say something about my design, they will judge me and things like that. But it's like even if you take the most famous movie in the world, there are haters for that movie and there are lovers for the movies, for those movies. So do not be afraid of being judged until and unless you are there in the market. Okay, so first thing is you're not alone. Accept this thing. You're not alone. You're not alone going through this phase of imposter syndrome, and it's a fuel for designers. Like we actually be in this imposter syndrome, and we actually make our things better so that we can present ourselves better. So get ahead of this imposter syndrome. Shift your focus. Celebrate small wins and connect with others. Actually, I'm not able to. Are you saying anything?
No, no,
Much?
no. Yeah, so I was just admiring like you are making
Yeah.
good you have made a good presentation here,
Yeah.
Nilesh, and like
Yeah.
it takes a lot of time to do all of these things. Like salute to you, man.
Yeah. Thanks. So then some of the pain points that reviewers face when they are looking into your portfolio. So the first pain point is they do not have much time. Take them to your portfolio, your work quickly as possible. They do not have much time. The second point is help them judge you quickly. Don't let them click your portfolio, go to your case study and understand if the case study was good or not. Let them understand from the first review, like they want to see this or not. Will this case study will be helpful for them to give their time or not? Okay. Give a proper link, give the screen details, give the impact, everything outside. Okay. Do not load your website with a lot of information because too much content makes it hard to find good stuff in your website. Then the navigation. Confusion, like confusing a reviewer will ditch your portfolio. Like reviewer will ditch your portfolio faster than a bad website. So if they are confusing your website. Mobile responsive. It is one of the most crucial part that people ignore. They do not make their website responsive. So there can be a situation I'm just outside somewhere and I have like got your website link and I want to review it on the phone. It should be accessible on phone. Then check on grammatical errors. So it's like if there is a grammatical error in your portfolio, when there are tools like Quill Code, Grammarly, and things like that, it shows your unprofessionalism. So keep that in concern. So these are the points you need to keep in concern when in regards to the reviews. Okay. Then trust the procrastination thing. So how do you beat the procrastination? So I just have one discussion. Do you know the
Yeah.
difference in between procrastination or laziness? How many
Procrastination or
people know this? Laziness. So I'm being lazy
hmm.
or I am a procrastinator. I am procrastinating. So
I
what's
have
the
my
difference in
answer,
between?
but I think let's wait for audience. Guys, what do you think?
Yeah.
What is the difference between procrastination and laziness? Very interesting question. I
Mm,
think they are typing. One second, let's just wait.
yeah.
I think there's a small delay in the stream now. That's why they hear
Yeah.
things after 5 seconds.
Mm.
Guys, what do you think? If you have missed the question is what do you think about procrastination and laziness? What's the difference between the two? Also, Nilesh, by the time they answer,
Yeah.
I don't know why for some reason uh, there's a time limit of 1 hour, and I think we are done half an hour. I don't know what is going on with YouTube. I don't. I
Okay.
hope so कि ये बंद ना कर दे YouTube live stream. So
Yeah, yeah,
let's just jump in to the Figma, so that
yeah,
we can
yeah.
cover Figma and
Sure,
Framer both. Yeah.
sure. So we can just share this PPT after the live end, so people can go through
Yeah,
this
sure.
presentation
You
later.
can just send me the link. I'll just share. So
Huh.
people are answering. You've answered like it's the same, and Balaji answered delaying things and not doing things. Maybe, मतलब procrastination is delaying things and laziness is not doing things. Raj answered procrastination means delaying work even if we have the time, whereas laziness means let it be. Yeah, I think they are right.
Okay, so there is a very small, like thin line in between procrastination and laziness. So
Uh-huh.
it's not about being. So I'm delaying things is also laziness. I am. So let's say I have to keep this cup there
Hmm.
in my kitchen, and I'm not keeping it there. So it's a situation where I'm being lazy.
Yeah,
But if it's like I want to like decorate this cup in my kitchen, but I'm not able to think how to do it
yeah,
actually. So finding the right path to it and not able to get it is the situation of procrastination. When you want to do something, but you're really confused like how to go about it. It is then you procrastinate. So
yeah,
when developing a portfolio website, it's not about you being just lazy. You're procrastinating because you do not know how to go about it.
yeah,
So this is the basic difference between procrastination and
yeah.
laziness.
Makes sense. So let's dive deep into your portfolio file. Oh, let's go. Guys, I hope you can see the screen again. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, starting from the inspiration and exploration, the
Uh-huh.
initial part is that
Okay.
make this board as messy as you can, as messy as you can. Just collect everything, explore out. So this is how I was exploring out. Can
Uh-huh.
you see this?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So I was exploring out things. I was structuring my data, everything. Like
Okay.
first flow
Interesting.
was this, then second flow was this. Collecting all the inspiration, everything.
Interesting. Good design board,
Yeah.
Neelesh.
Yeah. So it's the real design board that designers have. The one we see very beautifully arranged is not the real one.
Yeah, I
This is how
agree.
they have. Yeah. So, and there is no limit to inspiration. You can take the illustrations, take the
Mhm.
color palette from there, take the layout from there, and get inspired.
Basically, mixing and matching stuff according to you.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So after you have collected everything from buttons to frame to anything you can think of,
Mhm.
but do not stop collecting. I have stickers like you can think of anything in the designing thing, and I have it here in my like you can see
These
Figma
these
file.
stickers look amazing, man.
Yeah. Okay. So but it is like once you have collected inspiration, you can go back. So I kept myself very strict. If I have collected inspiration, I cannot go back. Now I have to come and design. I cannot go back to finding inspiration. Okay.
Mhm.
Then coming to the portfolio, I structured it out neatly. After a lot of exploration, things like that, I came to this design where I structured the things out. Here you
Quick
can
question, like quick
see,
question. What's the story
yeah,
like? Just can you scroll a bit up to the
yeah.
hero section? Yeah, like what was the story like behind your photo and like this
Yeah.
lip that you have
So,
used?
yeah. So I really wanted to give it a very retro
Uh-huh.
punk kind of a look. So it's like even if
Yeah, I
you
see the
see me
humor.
in the yeah, so even if you see me in real life, no, I'm not. I really like that
Yeah.
retro baggy punk look, okay,
Uh-huh.
but not making it very retro, keeping
Uh-huh.
it modern retro kind of. So this photo was not actually the finalized photo, but after seeing it for a lot of time, I felt like this I can actually keep it on my website. It's not very professional, it's not very elegant, but it is something that is representing me
Mm-hmm.
as a real person. Okay.
Makes sense. Yeah.
And the messaging that I have gave, like I'm too lazy, and that's why I designed faster UI. So it
Yeah.
basically means the users that use your products or my products, they are not very much into like digging down how to do it.
Hmm.
They are very lazy. They want to do their things very quick. They want a faster UI. So that is the messaging that I want to give. as soon as someone lands on my page.
Okay.
So
Nice.
even if you
Interesting.
see my logo, it's a very retro kind of style of
Yeah,
logo.
I see.
Right?
I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. So once you know about me, a little bit about me, you have a glimpse of me. You know how my about my personality. Then you
Mm-hmm.
get to see like with what kind of companies I have worked for.
Uh-huh.
So being in a service-based company is a privilege
Yeah.
because you get to work with many companies, many top brands in the industry,
Mm-hmm.
and you get the zest of a lot of like different roles. So after I've done the, I have after I've showcased like what companies I have worked with. The third thing people want to know like, what am I actually?
Mm-hmm.
What I have done, what I've accomplished in my life. So it's like I'm a product designer, not a product designer, but a digital product designer. So I'm a bit like we can talk about this topic about digital product designer and product designer later on someday.
Uh-huh. Sure.
Yeah, but I always keep this digital product designer.
Okay.
So second thing is I'm an alumni.
Yeah.
I have 3 years of experience in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
I have delivered 10 plus projects. Then
I see like the elements and the numbers and the color combination is all making sense. Guys, if you
yeah,
don't notice it, so like Nilesh has used the top three numbers of his life and his personality, and like it's relevant to his portfolio basically. I think being relevant at the same time using less text is very difficult. So I think there's a good job done over there. Like Nilesh is delivering on the spot. So like what is the main purpose of creating a portfolio? I think for letting you express yourself with a website, and it is telling all about you with less content. So I think it's a good point to note here, Nilesh. Yeah, you can carry on.
yeah, yeah. So the second thing is, so let's imagine you are a design being. You like my work, you like my personality,
Uh-huh.
and if I want someone in my team, I want to know what things they do.
Yeah.
So it can be like I have a project. I am
Mm-hmm.
doing a project for a musician. Okay, and the
Yeah.
person who has shared their profile is a musician itself,
Yeah.
like himself. So it's a great point for them. Like I would love to hire a person who is a musician and the project is also for music.
Mm-hmm.
So they actually won the job with a simple point like they are musicians. So this is why you need to mention each and every like achievement or your skills. So let's say things I do. So I sketch a lot. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I do the structured planning, the way I have structured
Mm-hmm.
did my presentation. Okay. I was a tattoo artist back in
Okay.
college.
Interesting.
I love to do gym and like I cannot
Mm-hmm.
skip gym at all.
Jim bro.
Guitar, yeah. So I love guitar
Amazing.
and yeah. So things like that. So now
So,
the recruiter
like
actually knows.
on the second section, like you have shared something about yourself. What do you do in less text? Again, point to note: minimalistic approach, guys. This is
Yeah,
what we call the
yeah.
minimalistic approach. Yes, carry on.
So the third is I did not want to show the normal carousel. So
Yeah.
this is something. This is something that many people do not do. They do not make it very heavy.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have actually made a shop.
Hmm.
I actually made the shop in the framer only. So every
Yeah, yeah,
part
I've
is
seen that.
visible. Yeah. And this is my creative juice story. Okay.
Yeah.
And I really love Japan. I really like the Japan, like you could say, culture and things like that. So I have designed the shop as in like this. It's a Japanese store,
Hmm.
and the plan is I'll show here all the creative things that I do. Okay.
Amazing.
Like what
Yeah,
kind
I've
of
seen it.
posts
I've
do I
seen it.
do?
Yep.
Yeah. So till now, people know your personality. People know what you
Yeah.
like to do, what
Yeah.
you are about to do,
Yeah.
and everything about your career.
Yeah.
Then they'll get to know about
What you have
how
done.
enthusiastic, yeah, what you have done, like how enthusiastic you are in
Uh
the
huh.
design field. They know your energy now.
Yep.
So by now, you can actually show like what have you built, what impacts have you created in the market.
Uh huh.
So now it's the right time to show like. So I have kept the empty space here because I'll be designing it on framers.
Yeah.
So I have the space here. Like I'll be showcasing my
I love the
portfolio.
way
Yeah,
that you have given space for Framer as well. Otherwise, what people do
yeah,
is design every single A to Z portfolio in or in
yeah,
any website in Figma and then try to animate it. Interesting.
yeah. So it's like a rework. So
Yeah.
you do not design everything on Figma. You just design the basic layout, and if you
Yeah.
think something can be done on Canvas, do it there.
Huh.
Do not redesign it there.
Oh, makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
One more question for you, Nilesh.
So
Like, what do you think? How was it for you? Getting into using Framer, because I think Framer was just introduced recently. So, what do you think?
yeah.
How did you specifically monitored and navigated your way through Framer?
Okay. So basically, I have this characteristic. I learn really quick. I learn
Uh-huh.
really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So my I'm because of this artistic nature or something, I can actually break down a bigger task into very smaller chunks. So
Uh-huh.
even if I see a very big image that I have to sketch, I'll break it down into smaller chunks and sketch it out. Okay. So regarding frameworks, I just started using frameworks a month before. So
Mm-hmm.
the day I started building my portfolio, like finalized portfolio, that was the day I started using frameworks. So it's not even been a month. And this is how I started. So I went to this famous university website. There
Okay.
were a lot of components there, and
So
I
you
actually
you
asked
have
myself,
self learned yourself your way through
yeah,
Framer.
yeah, yeah,
Amazing. That's actually brilliant.
yeah, yeah. So I went to the this famous
Mm-hmm.
university website,
Mm-hmm.
and I told myself that do not go to build a whole website in one go. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
take smaller tasks. There are a lot of things there in the Framer University.
Mm-hmm.
Check them out, decode them, how they are built, try to replicate them. So I replicated a lot of components, a lot of components. So I practiced it for I think 2 days or something, 2 or 3 days. I redesigned many component,
Mm-hmm.
not redesigned, like re-engineered those components, re-engineered the websites that were already there in the template.
Mm-hmm.
After re-engineering those websites within 3 days, I almost knew everything about the framework. So it
Okay.
didn't took me more than 3 days
Okay.
to actually learn frameworks. So it's like the basic step is you go initial first day, you go to Framework University website,
Uh-huh.
take the components, remake them on your own.
You're saying
Okay.
Framer University. I
Yeah,
think I
Framework
have checked it
University.
out. I'll just drop the link for the people.
Yeah. So all the links for
Oh
like,
yeah,
if you
yeah.
need
These
any
guys,
resource.
these guys have the channel now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Great channel. They have tutorials also
Yeah, yeah, yeah. On
on the
YouTube.
YouTube channel. Yeah.
Yep.
So so I
Yeah.
this is how I actually planned my learning thing. So
Amazing.
from components to rearranging, like re-engineering all the websites, like whole
Uh-huh.
website, and
Yeah.
coming to my website, designing my own website.
Amazing.
Yeah. So after I have showcased the portfolio, the main thing in the portfolio is you give the title of the portfolio, like what is this project is about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Give a brief discussion, like what has occurred in this portfolio, like
Mm-hmm.
project, like if there was any struggle or things like that, mention it here,
Yeah.
so that reviewer can actually see like I'm interested to know more about it, and they can see click.
Mm-hmm.
Then in a smaller like form only, give the key, you can say keywords like what you did. So it could be like you did the affinity mapping in this project, you did the dot button challenge in this project, you did the user research, you did the card sorting method. So all of these things mention it here. So because what kind of research you have uh, taken help of to complete this project will like motivate the reviewer to actually see the project.
Okay.
It
Makes
helps
sense.
them to see.
Also,
Then
quick
coming to
question. How did you
yeah.
decide all of these color schemes and like you have to like make this, yeah, the boarding style design that you have used, like it's coming down and all of these animations. How did you thought about all of that?
So motion thinking is itself a big term. Like
Uh-huh.
designing it like in a static format is very different than
Yeah, I
designing it in
think
a motion.
it's the basic step because a lot of people get to that segment कि हाँ भाई हमने basic design कर लिया. अब
Yeah,
when it comes to using animations,
yeah,
they just tend to use the basic given animations by Framer.
yeah.
They don't want to experiment further. So like how did you,
Mhm.
yeah, you can carry on. How you were explaining something? Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to escape this thing, like you are using the basic animation of framework, go to the Apple website. Just go to the Apple's website.
Mm-hmm.
they do not use very complicated animations at
Yeah.
all. So Apple website is like the iPad is coming in,
Yeah.
then it is going away, then there is a
Yeah.
picture, then text is coming. It's a
Yeah.
very simple, minimal way of
Showcasing the
representing
whole
it.
iPad or whole the product
Yeah,
in very few
yeah,
animations. Yeah.
yeah. And it's not a very complicated animation, you can say. The things, so let's just imagine like you have put a keyframe here that in this frame the iPad should be here, in the next frame the iPad should be here. It's just this simple steps that you animate. But
Yeah.
it is where the motion thinking comes in.
Yep.
So when you are thinking in the motion, just go out of the box. Just think like things are flowing out. Just think of it like you are viewing your website in air.
Yeah.
And think of it like you scroll it. Just
It's a
imagine
very
it like that.
interesting,
Because,
very interesting way of thinking.
yeah. So just imagine it like you're seeing your website in air. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just throw around your hand. Imagine if this thing comes out, this thing goes in. Do not think of technicality how it can be done.
Yeah.
Do not think of it. Okay. Just think of you want to do it. You want this thing to come out like this.
Mm-hmm.
Then go for finding the solution. Right. I have thought of like I want to animate this. You can say header in a format like it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have thought of it. Then go about searching for like how can you actually do it.
Hmm.
Don't be restricted to like basic things like the framer has already given us this kind of templates, and imagine how do you want to show it actually, and do it frame by frame. Do not go all along. Do not imagine all your website. Just imagine your one frame. Imagine it like things are flowing around and do it.
But I think that's also a skill, na? To even go to that segment, कि हाँ भाई अब मैं हवा में हूँ, like I can think कि okay मेरे को ये website का ये element यहाँ पे चाहिए. That's how it will come. Basically, you are the director of your own picture.
Yeah, actually. Just imagine your website as in like, so you must have seen the material design, how they showcase like part by part, this thing up, this thing up. Imagine your website in the similar, rotate it around, see all the sides of your website, see what do you want to move first, because every animation should have a meaning of itself. It should not be like it's just animating. You either it should gain concern because it is important, or it should gain concern because it can lead to something. Yeah.
Neelesh, Tharva is saying motion thinking might be easier for someone who knows After Effects. Is that true or not?
Yeah, that's true. It's very true. It's very true. So motion thinking actually came to me after I did After Effects. I actually learned After Effects, and
but
I'm not very.
I somewhat disagree as well, because I think even if you don't know the tool, if you have the sense of creating motion on your own, when we were kids, we were given small car toys to play, and like we used to do here. So even a kid knows how to use motion thinking, but it's not like you can use like obviously a tool gives you an idea that what you can do, what specific things that you can do, but it's inbuilt, I think.
Yeah,
do you agree?
Actually, the thing is, I agree with this. Motion thinking is not just related to After Effects. I agree with that. But the thing is, while executing those motions, After Effects plays a key role when you have to think in a way like, let's put the keyframe here. I put the keyframe here. So even if I animated on Framer, but the thing is, my back of the mind, I am designing it like one keyframe is here, one keyframe is here, one keyframe is here. So this kind of a mindset helps you to actually structurally animate your thing.
Yeah.
So this is very true. Yeah.
Makes sense. So I've seen the whole Figma, and I think everyone has gotten the gist of it. Now let's dive deep into the Framer file that you have created. So
I think it's
time for the main stuff.
Okay. I'll just take you through my framers.
Yeah, sure. I think self-learning, okay, Divyanshu is saying self-learning is good. I completely agree with you. I think it's the best thing that you can do, Divyanshu. So just keep on exploring. The world has endless possibilities, I think. And as on the screen, you can see unleash the unseen possibilities. The tag that Neelesh has used. That's where you can relate and get yourself motivated to self-teach yourself, not taught. And it's a bit of a different journey, I would say, in my mind when you're learning self-learning. Okay, yes, the framer is here. Let's go, guys. Are you all excited for the big reveal? I love the splash screen that you have used.
So if you've seen this splash screen, it's my banner. So it's
Yeah.
like it's my way of thinking. It's
Uh-huh.
my way of like how I actually design and why do I design. Okay. So this is the banner that I use in my Twitter. This is the banner that I use in my LinkedIn. Everywhere. This is the messaging that I want to convey to the world.
Uh-huh.
So so the overall thing is you have to build the breakpoints of your website
Definitely.
from mobile to iPad to everything. Okay. But one thing that I think many people can actually notice this, I
Yeah.
have not changed the header
Yeah.
even in the mobile. I know it's taking a lot of space for a mobile, but yeah, I will soon. I'm just thinking of something out of the box.
Hmm.
Still thinking of something out of the box. So I'll do the change later on. It's okay.
You can just
Then
one small idea that I had. You can just
yeah,
write mail me and the small yellow box.
yeah, yeah.
There can be gradient flows. It will look good.
Mm.
By
So
the way, ये भी अच्छा लग रहा है. It's not looking bad.
I'm thinking of something else only, like
Okay.
that hasn't been used till now in the
Okay.
mobile.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting. Go ahead.
So yeah, so I'll I won't release it now. I won't tell it now because once it's
Definitely.
released, I'll update you guys.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
people will say
So
steal like an artist.
yeah. Then you can see the designs here. Okay.
Yeah.
It's pretty much very similar to Framer.
Uh-huh.
But one thing you'll notice is the gap here.
Yeah.
Okay. This is because of the requirement
I
of
think this
this
is where
animation.
the shop drops in, no?
Yeah,
That's how you
that
have created.
shopping drops in. The
Oh.
background actually fades out. The background fades out.
Uh-huh.
This thing comes up. So let's say
Uh-huh.
I'll show you the part of it. So this is like
Sure.
from here it starts. So I have given a
Okay.
transform here, okay,
Yeah.
and it ends it here. Okay, the
Oh, yeah,
animation you
yeah,
see.
yeah. Yep. Very
Then
nice.
there is a so there are two animation actually done in the one single frame. So you will require to do two. So just to create this frame, there are four kind of animation going around altogether.
Okay.
4 or 5 kind of animations. Okay?
Okay.
So the background is blurring out. Okay, this thing is going away. This
Okay.
thing is going up,
Yeah.
and even this thing is like so. There are like 4 different animations going
Impressive.
around just to complete it. Okay.
Very impressive.
Then if you come to my projects, I have given so even if you scroll through my carousel of my project, you
Huh?
can get a big glimpse of my project. Like you'll get to know everything about my project from client, from the services that I have given, what
Hmm.
UX process that I have taken, what UI decisions that I have taken,
Hmm.
everything about my project. You'll get to see the wireframe, you'll get to see a glimpse of research, you'll get to see a glimpse of you can
Hmm.
say UI. Okay. So the reviewer can actually be here and judge
Yeah.
if this project is good or not. Or
Makes
for
sense.
many, it can be like this information is enough for them.
Yeah.
So I have given the impact of design, like how have it impacted,
Uh-huh.
the duration that it took to design this project. Okay,
Yeah.
and what all things that I provided
So
to this.
you have mentioned like very on point information that anyone
Yeah,
can, yeah, so that it gets easier for the user to read and navigate
yeah,
through. Interesting.
yeah, yeah. So in this animation, so it's like this is where the designer of your comes in. Okay,
Uh-huh.
this is one of the most toughest thing to depict something without using words. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so here as you can see there are a lot of people around and the people are like and there is one search icon is there and there is one star, so it's
Hmm.
like if you want to hire me from the crowd. So I'm just telling them that hire me from the crowd, hire me from other design, like why I am better from other designers. So
Uh-huh.
this illustration showcase that. The
Yeah.
second is there is a mobile, there
Interesting.
is
Very
a
interesting.
uh,
Such
so
an
everything
interesting
was done
idea
here.
behind this small emoji. Like, well
Yeah,
done, Nilesh. Well done.
yeah. And the third one is like branding. So
Hmm.
branding is something people do not understand actually
Hmm.
properly in the
Yeah.
industry. So it's like branding is you find the right people
Yeah.
for the product. It's not you're not just selling your product. It's like you're finding the right people for your product
Uh-huh.
and pitching them. And this is what I have showcased here. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. So then this is how the photo
Yeah.
looks.
This is the
Taking to
whole
you, it revolves
animation.
around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And taking you to the things like
Yeah.
how I prepared all the assets. So
Amazing.
I have still not kept this live on my website. I'll
Yeah.
keep it later. Okay.
So I think you are
So this
iterating as
is
well, na? Day by day, making this
yeah,
better.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Very
So then
interesting.
this is the view button. So name. So one thing is very important is you name your layers.
Yeah. Variant
If you
variant
have
naming, I think it's important. Yeah, I agree.
variant naming is important. You name your layers because once the whole website is done and there is some glitch in your website, you won't be able to find the layer again.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's like a hell of a day.
Yeah,
So all of the components are here. Header is here. Mobile is here.
amazing,
Like button is there. Then how the animation will go. It's here.
amazing.
All the buttons from primary to primary 3
Hmm.
primary 4 is here.
Well
So
done.
this is
Yeah.
the
So you have used a lot of variants, I see.
yeah.
Interesting. Very
Yeah.
nice.
So one problem that people will surely face if they are using preloaders in the framework's website because
Okay.
there is actually no resolution to it. So Figma has not provided any resolution to like solution to the preloader thing. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So if you have used a preloader in your website and there are multiple pages, so
What
every
is a
time
preloader?
someone
Sorry.
preloader or you can say splash screen.
Acha, okay.
Okay? Yeah, splash screen you can say. So if you have used a splash screen or a preloader in your website and there are multiple pages on your website,
Hmm.
then every time you click home page, the splash screen will come again.
Yeah.
So it's a disturbing thing for a reviewer or someone to again and again see it.
Yeah.
So so to like actually Figma has not given any solution to it yet.
Uh-huh.
Okay? But to overcome that thing, you just make a similar copy of your homepage. Okay, make a
Yeah.
similar copy of your homepage, but without the splash screen.
Yeah, makes
So as you
sense.
can see here you can see the splash screen, but in the second page you won't see the splash screen. So this will actually, if someone is facing this issue, I think they'll get a
Oh,
good
very
yeah.
interesting.
Many people. Yeah.
Very well thought. I think,
So if
yeah,
you
I
go to
think
Quora or
whenever
anything,
people just keep reloading and like, keep on changing, so the splash
yeah,
screen, it irritates a lot. Yeah.
yeah. So if you go to Quora and somewhere, you won't find any solution to it. So I
Hmm.
think this is the only solution that you can do.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Amazing.
So third thing that I would really want to do something out of the box was that I
Hmm.
wanted to introduce two websites in a single website. So it's like
Okay.
one is the minimal one and the second one is the fancy one.
Okay.
So as you can see here is the minimal view of this website. Okay.
Oh, I
You
love
get
this.
yeah. So from
Uh-huh.
the first view you get to know about me from the first screen as soon as you come in.
Uh-huh.
So it's like you give me the toughest problem that you can think of.
Hmm.
Okay. And I'll give you the smoothest solution to it. It gives a simple message to them. My
Hmm.
experience is there, the companies I have worked with, and my portfolio. Just that. So
Amazing.
it won't take much time. Okay. So I think we have just 6 minutes. So I think they people have got to know about my famous and Figma and
Yeah, I
everything.
think I think I am so
So
stunned by the whole walkthrough
yeah,
of your framer, man.
yeah,
Figma was the trailer, and framer mein you drop the brom.
yeah. Thank you so
So
much.
like amazing stuff that you have over here. So how long, as you were saying, like you did all of the basics in like 4 or 5 days, and then how you dive deeper and then kept on experimenting.
Yeah,
So I think the one last thing that I want to cover with you is obviously a lot of people have a lot of questions in their mind related to portfolio and like keep on
yeah,
self-doubting. But do you agree or not? Having a static portfolio with a basic, good looking, like decent looking design for beginners, is it good enough?
mm.
Yes or no?
For beginners, it's like it's okay.
Okay.
There's no problem with a static design or something. So it's
Yeah.
like even if you give a minor iteration, like you have
Like basic
like quick
animations use
animation,
kiya,
basic
basic
animation.
framer.
Yeah, it would do because until and unless you're able to show how much big impact you can create when someone collaborates with you, I think it's done. But
Mm-hmm.
for someone who is getting along, like getting to a little senior level, it's important for them because uh, the design leads or someone they need good people in their team. They can
Mm-hmm.
find good people with good work. Okay, I can find many people who can design UI. I can find many people who can actually do the work. But I want someone who can actually energize the team, who can actually bring new knowledge to the team. I want to understand that person.
Yeah, makes sense.
And the extra effort of yours in animating a website takes you ahead from others. Okay?
Yeah,
This
makes sense.
gives you a give good sense of like how enthusiastic you are
Okay,
in
one
the
more
field.
question. Do you think
Yeah.
having a portfolio creates a huge difference? But like not a portfolio on a Behance, like a third party website, Penny, your own portfolio website. Does it create a difference? Yes or no?
It creates a difference only in a situation when two person have the same skill set.
Okay.
So if someone who has exceptional skill sets and they showcase their portfolio on
Mm-hmm.
Behance, they'll crack it
Mm-hmm.
out.
Mm-hmm.
But it can be like if someone has 100% of skill set and you have 70% of skill set and you showcase your portfolio in a website, you'll crack out first,
Ah.
then the 100% one.
Hmm.
Because the first thing they can see is you are more enthusiastic like from that person who has just put it on a Behance. So even
But
if
what if I give you a
current
scenario? I give you a scenario. Say you are hiring for your own company. Say
yeah,
Neelesh agency. Okay, and you
okay.
are hiring a UX designer. You get
Hmm.
5 people, two with only drive links of their work, two with Behance portfolios, and one with a decent looking portfolio website,
Okay.
and have
So in
showcase
the first
himself.
impression, yeah.
What will you choose? मतलब
So the
काम
first
सबका
in the
अच्छा है, काम
first
सबका equal है. What will you choose?
the one with the website is has already won because
Yeah,
he's going ahead of anyone. He's going
yeah,
ahead
yeah.
and he's more enthusiastic. So it's like if he'll so in a span of 1 year, in a span of 6 months,
Hmm.
that guy would be the one who is going to learn more than others
Makes
because
sense. Yeah,
he has the energy or she has the energy
yeah.
to do more than others. That's why I'll choose that person.
Interesting. I completely agree 100%. That's why I gave you the
Yeah.
scenario for people to, get to know about
Hmm.
what's the main power of having a portfolio website. Guys, is the best showcase of yourself to the world. It's the portal
Yeah.
of your own self, your own personality to the
Yeah.
outside world that we call it. And it can get you a lot of opportunities as well. So like
Yeah.
I love the way that one detail that you have used in your portfolio. If you can just open your portfolio website once again, the main launched one. Yeah. So over here there's a like button. Yeah, as you can see, guys, the like button is the best detail that you can have. Why is it
Hmm.
showing 24 to you?
It's not like 24. It's like the second homepage, right? I just showed it to you the second homepage. So it's
Oh.
there's a glitch in this. There's a glitch. I cannot
Oh,
actually
okay,
do
okay, okay,
anything.
okay.
But
So
it's
like
like
I saw on the first main page they were like over 100.
yeah. So the thing is, when people interact with your design, no, they feel connected.
Uh-huh.
So even if you just give the smallest thing in your website, so even
Uh-huh.
if the like button, they're not doing anything, but they have
Uh-huh.
actually given my website a like. So it's like they have contributed to my website. So it's not my website; it's like their website also. They have contributed to it. It's a connection that you build.
Amazing, amazing. Like I love the detail and everything.
Yeah. I think it's just 1 minute.
Yeah, I think we are almost done. And
Yeah.
yeah, thank you so much, Nilesh, for giving your time to us and to
Yeah.
designer. Obviously, we are super happy to see you launch this portfolio. Like, guys,
Yeah.
Nilesh was working for it on it over a year now, and he just like last week, I guess, last week posted
Yeah.
this, uploaded the
So
whole Figma
yeah.
website and
So I
everything.
was working on the thinking side for past a year, but while building it, it just actually took me 3 weeks or 4 weeks
So I
to
think
build it
a
out.
lot of people are still confused. Guys, Nilesh has done it using a framer tool which is no code tool जो कोई coding require नहीं करता. It's just a drag and drop feature just like Figma, but Figma with hosting is framer. Something like that. With
Yeah.
animations obviously. And now अच्छा, one more question. Nilesh, will you incorporate 3D animations that Framer has just announced
Uh, later on.
later on? Yeah.
I have not planned the right content that I want to showcase in that 3D kind of a thing because animation
Uh-huh.
is something and legibility of this like it should be like it has some meaning. It should have some meaning
Mhm.
that it's there on my website. So I haven't even thought about that kind
Amazing,
for
makes
now.
sense. So
Yeah.
I hope guys सब लोगों को कुछ ना कुछ सीखने को मिला हो. This is the
Yeah.
day zero of Portfolio Palooza that we are doing, and with this, I think a lot of people will start creating their own portfolio websites. I don't really think, guys, तुम लोगों को पूरा scratch से portfolio बनाने की ज़रूरत है. Like Nilesh has the skill sets. That's why he is developing. He has the experience. That's why he's developing a portfolio, a good looking, a better looking portfolio. But I think you can even start with a template and customizing according to yourself. So this
Yeah,
is the
for
portfolio
sure.
palooza that we are starting, Nilesh, and Nilesh will be here to help
Mm.
us, guys,
Yeah,
throughout the coming 9-10 days that we are planning. So do join the Discord link if you are already there. That's amazing. And we are the main hub is obviously our Discord. We keep taking these sessions like today on YouTube. And yeah, I'll see you all next time. And thank you so much, Nilesh, again for taking out
thank you so
time.
much.
And
Yeah, thank you so much.
one more announcement, guys. So tomorrow there will be another session. I will be taking that. It won't be a session. It will be like an announcement type of event where I'll be showing you ki what's in it for you guys. Who will win what and kya kya rahega. Obviously, one more thing. There will be a proper prize pool. There will be goodies given to the winners. There will be 3 emerging designers award who are just like new into design. They will be also given that specific award. इनके भी बहुत सारे prizes and criteria plan कर रहे हैं अपन. And obviously the winners will get 2 and 3 hours of mentorship with designer team and designer partners like Nilesh. So this is the plan, guys. I hope you all will enjoy the upcoming portfolio palooza. And amazing. Thank you so much, Nilesh, and bye bye and
Thank
good
you so
night.
much. Good night.